All right, guys, if you don't know me, I'm John Hutchins. I'm just kind of going over an actual typical sales call, kind of show you some of the stories that I tell, some of the ways that I ease the client's concerns. Todd? John Hutchins, nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming by.
All right, so this is your garage, huh?
Garage.
All right. So, well, what can you tell me, about the floor? What have you noticed?
I've noticed that there's a lot of cracks, and we just want it to look nice, and
Okay.
a lot of damage to the concrete.
Right. Yeah, the winter salt's kind of taking its toll on it a little bit, so. All right, guys, at this point, I've measured the actual room. We're going to show this drawing a little bit later. This particular floor, we're going out and we're looking at the different types of damage that's here. Primarily what I've located is some scaling issues, some of which are going to most of which are going to require them to be filled before they're ground down. We do have one area that we've done that's identified as a major repair, and one other area that's potentially a major repair. Didn't charge the customer for that because I will fix it, but I'm not going to charge them for work that I don't do. I'd rather do more work that I didn't charge them for. You can always let them know that a little bit later, that we went above and beyond, which may work good to get a review or referral later. It's just important, guys, if you go through your Amazing Garage Floor checklist, that if you get all those answers, that'll get your crew ready, get you ready to go back out and do the floor. It's just important to get everything filled out while you're at the client's home. One important thing as we're going over the checklist, though, guys, you want to make sure you address with the customer that they do have 220 electrical power and that it is accessible. They don't have any problems with you getting into the house. Also, you want to talk about whether or not there's access, that the homeowner is going to be available, or if they're going to allow you access to their circuit panel, just in case we do throw a breaker with the vacuum or something. In this particular case, it's located right inside. You can also let them know you can put them at ease that we can put plastic up overhead, over the door if they do have dust concerns. But as you all know, with our systems, we just don't have dust as a concern. And you can also address with the customer about your 220 power if it's upstairs or if they have a gas dryer. You can use your 220 converter, which just means that you're going to have to use your either 20 regular machine, or if you go with your 20 Pro, you're just going to use it a little bit slower because you only have 20 amps of electricity at that point. Well, these are our standard colors. You'll notice that they work off of either a brown or a gray base. Okay. The epoxy that we put down is either brown or gray, so we do what they call a full broadcast, but what that means is there is slight gaps between those chips. So we want you, if you're ever looking straight down on it in one of those gaps, you're going to see either tan epoxy or gray epoxy. But feel free to look these over, okay. Put them up against your wall, put them up against your step, throw them on the floor, whatever you feel like. Sometimes they look a little zany like this, but go ahead and drop them down on the floor to get real good looking a visual. But these standard colors make about 98% of our customers happy. But you can actually do custom blends if you wish. You can add specific colors. Okay. But take a look at those, and I'm going to start working up your estimate.
Okay.
Okay, one other thing that comes up a lot of times with homeowners is what do they do with their valuables or their contents of their garage. Again, you can really put that at ease by saying, we are a one-day installation. Their products or their goods are only going to be outside for one night. We've also found that in most cases they can find a place just right inside of the garage to set it because it is just for one night, and they can put it back and return it the next day. We've also found that over the years a lot of folks realize that a lot of it's just junk, boxes that have sat around for 10 or 15 years, and as they go through it, you may have 100 items that they take out, but only half of them come back in is the number we really see a lot of times we hear from our customers. One other option is actually for those of you that don't have an extra trailer for storage, probably the best thing that we found. Pods must do an excellent job of advertising, but pods, the expense of those adds up pretty quickly. One of the best things we found is to actually just have your customer go rent a U-Haul at $20 or $30 a day. They've got it for a day or two, and they can take it back. It's much easier on you as far as your time demands of delivering and picking up a trailer, and it's actually less expensive for them as well. Okay, guys, if you're using the spreadsheet, that's real simple at this point. I'm just putting in the square footage, 730 square feet. I'm selecting the nearest town right here, and where we go. So it says the 730 feet is going to be about $3,618, and that's about $4.96 a square foot. So I'm going to add in repairs and that kind of stuff right now, and we'll go from there. So here we go, Todd. Here, as you can see, here's the price for your floor, the square footage right here. It ends up being about $5.18 a square foot, or about $3,200 for the whole floor. You've also got your step in here, adds about $40. We have one little major area of repair over there. That's an $8 repair. All the scaling is going to end up adding about $208, and then doing the foundation walls around the sides adds $200. So we've come up with a total of about $36.48. That's our suggested retail. We're a little bit flexible in that. So I'm going to drop the change off. We're going to end up being about $3,400 on this. I'm just going to give you a copy of this. You guys can discuss it discuss it. Feel free to give us a call. If you want to proceed, we'll get you on the calendar and get out and get you taken care of. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. In summary, guys, I mean, we've hit on a lot of the topics that you're going to address in 95% of these sales calls. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call on my cell phone, 913-488-2934, or shoot me an email, jhutchins@sealkc.com. We'll be able to address those and take care of them. But if it's something you find that's recurring, give us an idea. We'll add this to the video. Thank you.